And with that, we end up having the loser semifinal coming up next for us. It'll feature FFRPro21 versus Poochy.EXE. Let's get this one underway.
Now, both of these players are absolutely wonderful at all sorts of puzzle games. Tetris, I believe, is more Poochie's shtick. Poochy actually plays Tetris the Grandmaster at a pretty high level. And we'll see how that skill carries over to Dr. Mario. Tom dropping quite a nasty pill piece right up top. That's going to be quite a problem. If Poochie misdrops one pill, then that could cause him quite a fit. Does manage to get out of it, but Poochie does have a very ugly playfield compared to Tom.
Yeah,
Tom
but
looks like he's going to try to set up some horizontal clears here. That's another strategy you'll see higher level players do to be able to clear efficiently, is knowing when sideways matches. Sideways matches are very hard to see.
Nice clear right there. And this one now under control here for FFRPro. Getting things all set, almost done. A few more cleanups here and he'll be done with this match. And that's game there for FFRPro. So what do you think is the rhythm and flow that you go through when you're down in a series like this?
You just have to be comfortable with your game plan and just stick to it. That's the way you should play just about any game, really. Trying to make changes to your game plan on the fly tends to work against you in puzzle games, especially ones that are so unforgiving. That was a very nice clear from underneath on Forky's side to get rid of his last yellow virus. Or not Forky, FFRPro, I'm sorry. They both play a lot of different puzzle games. Both of them were involved in quite a few tournaments. And we do need to give some shout-outs to Forky in general as well for putting the coverage for this tournament together. He was involved with the recording and capture for almost every puzzle tournament that went on the entire week. He put in a lot of hours to make the show possible.
Nice horizontal clear there for FFRPro, setting himself up down to 7 viruses. Poochie's got himself some junk and has to tackle it. I like FFRPro's board just a little bit better, but his is not clean either.
Neither one of their playfields are clean, but Tom's playfield is set up was set up a little bit more before that triple was set to be able to send more garbage. And when you're trying to do any sort of repairs, if you can set up combos without losing too much speed, that's the way to go. Like, look at this setup. Look at this setup that Tom has right here. He's going to clear out a bunch of junk and clear a combo and set up for his next combo.
While setting up FFRPro with a whole lot of mess right there. And it looks like this is Poochie's match to win. There we go.
That was a really nice recovery on Poochie's end. Really
Absolutely.
well done. That one virus in the bottom was extremely far down. I'm really impressed that he was able to get to that.
And that ties this right now 1-1, although that was a misplay at that point. Gets help with the jump, though.
I think that clear was actually detrimental to him. What he wanted to do is he wanted to set up a triple with the yellow and blue. I at first thought that may have been a misdrop, but it looked like that was intentional. Does get the triple off anyway, but does not only lose a lot of time, but has to deal with a playfield that's slightly uglier than Tom's. And that's where that foresight comes in again, is being able to make as many combos as possible without losing time and being able to just keep up on that disruption. Another combo from Tom there.
Yeah, and right now the FFR Pro has a much cleaner field, and this is just looking a whole lot better at this point. Poochie's got a lot of junk, especially that red virus there on the top.
I like Poochie's setup here, though. If he can get a double red there, this should make a triple.
Nice,
And
yeah.
might allow him to come back. It's still going to be pretty difficult. Might have to do a little bit of cleanup up top, but Tom is sending a whole bunch of combo garbage over. And one thing that the combo garbage does, in addition to just being able to make multiple clears and clean out your playfield, is the garbage falls so slowly that it stalls your opponent. And if you can make multiple combos in a row, it's like your opponent doesn't get to play.
And now we are 2 games to 1 for FFR Pro.
One thing I've been noticing about their playstyles is that Poochie seems to focus more on disrupting Tom, where Tom's approach, which does seem to be working for him so far in this match, is all about speed. And both approaches work. The combo approach is a little bit more powerful in a vacuum, but it's also more difficult to execute just because it requires, like I said, foresight. If there's one word that describes the most important skill in Dr. Mario, it's foresight.
Oh, absolutely.
And about stalling your opponent out and not being fun stalled out, that's generally how puzzle games work. Some nice horizontal clears from Tom, securing his first match victory in this loser's semifinal. So now Poochie needs to win 2 sets or faces elimination from this tournament.
That's for certain here as we looks like we're getting ourselves all set for more possible plays coming up. Trying to set up maybe yellow and reds coming up down the road here. And this is what you're talking about. It's the play may not be obvious to your eye, but these guys know the play is where they are. That was a nice cross kill right there for Poochie. That turns
Another
into a
combo,
double.
another very creative combo. I've seen some very creative clears coming out of Poochie, and creative clears do allow you to maximize your combo rate, and it does seem to be working this time. Poochie has built up a tremendous lead, almost insurmountable. And this is what we were talking about before, where if one player goes on a tear with combo clears, you can drop so much garbage on your opponent that recovery is just impossible. Look at this match. This is a really impressive game by Poochie here.
15-1. There we go.
15 viruses still on Tom's side. That's over half of his playfield. And we do need to mention, as far as the settings go for the tournament, for winners, finals, losers, finals, and grand finals, we do increase the level to 6. All of the rest of the matches in the tournament were on level 5.
And the main difference with that is the fact that you have 4 more viruses you have to deal with.
It doesn't seem like much, but it can make a big difference, especially when you're getting started. Both of these players playing pretty well this match. Tom getting some nice pills to be able to make a combo with the blues and the reds. One complaint that we did get from a few players was the version choice. You might notice here Tom getting about 10 or 11 of the same pill in a row. That is one of the issues with the NES version of the game. This version of the game was chosen because it's the game that more players in the tournament were familiar with. but the NES version does have a tendency to give you large numbers of the same pill in a row, which can be extremely frustrating to deal with as a player.
Sometimes you just gotta deal with the pills the way they come down, which is just completely annoying, completely rude, completely whatever you want to call it, but you know, it's the nature of the NES version. You gotta deal with it. Oh, nice quad right there, but gets the blue to fall on top of already a blue setup right there. Right now, 3-3, but I like Poochie's setup just a little bit better because he needs yellows as opposed to FFRPro, who just needs blues, and he's not getting any.
Not to mention, Tom's board in general is just a mess. It does get a very nice pill, but it might be too little too late. In this game, not giving either one of them any blue pills, and that triple combo from Poochie looks like it will seal the deal, and he's even making combos while he's waiting for the correct pill. Does misdraw,
Okay, well,
but is able to recover from that one fairly quickly.
yeah, here it is right there. That's game for Poochie.
Ever since that first set, Poochie has been absolutely on top of his game. It can be a bit of an adjustment playing a game like this when you're used to a game like Grandmaster that has instant gravity. Being able to adjust to low gravity situations just mentally can be a challenge.
Well, it can even be a challenge just adjusting to this if you're so used to playing the SNES version. Just the way the pills drop, the way the pills rotate, just can be a little jarring until you get used to it.
Look at that combo on Poochie's end. That was impressive. I've been really impressed with Poochie's play in general. And I've been noticing... I noticed as well in some of the other tournaments during the week that Poochie's playstyle seemed to be very disruption heavy across all the games, whereas Tom's playstyle seemed to be speed heavy, and that works well in some games, not so much in this one. And Tom is in quite a bit of trouble on that top left end, is probably going to need to stack up to be able to clear that blue virus to get anywhere. And that's one of the dangers of not eliminating your viruses up top quickly, is you can get into these situations where you'll need to stack up from above. Anybody who's tried to clear the single-player game on the highest level, just level 20 in high speed, you can run into that same sort of issue very easily. Poochie tying up our set, or our match rather, at one set apiece. So this next set is for all the marbles as far as their tournament life goes. One of these players will move on to losers finals. The other player will be eliminated from the tournament.
All the marbles or all the pills?
Touche.
Yeah, ever since the first set there, it's been a nice job for Poochie just settling down and just making sure that he doesn't absolve too far from his game plan.
And again, at this sort of situation, nerves can play as well. I can definitely tell just from Poochie's face that he was very nervous going into this match, because Tom has a reputation of just going straight into high gear at a moment's notice. But after that first match, Poochie has just fired back with some of the most impressive play I've seen the entire tournament.
4 viruses remaining for both of these runners right now. Poochie has a little rougher of a setup as far as his board's concerned, but
look at this combo on Poochie's end. That was really impressive. And
yeah,
that's going to create quite a bit of work for Tom to clean up.
Yeah, that wrecks FFRPro pretty well right there. He's going to have to build up to clear that red virus right now.
And Poochie is not giving Tom any sort of time to clear that.
The other thing bad about these these drops right here, you have to wait for those little blocks to fall down, and Poochie uses that to pure affection claims game 1 of this best of 3-point set here, or the 3-point set. Poochie's down to 2 games to win in order to make it into the winners finals. FFRPro needs to get some work done. Has ended up losing how many in a row has FFRPro lost now in a row?
I want to say 4 games, because I believe Poochie took that second set in a sweep. But just in all of these tournaments, Poochie has just played well with his back to the wall. Even in previous years, I vividly remember at AGDQ. It was either AGDQ or SGDQ last year. I had some pretty intense matches with Poochie in a variety of puzzle games. But I believe this is the first GDQ that we've had this level of coverage of all the tournaments, and we hope to bring all of these tournaments in this format to you in the future, because it's really entertaining to see the best players in the world play each other.
Yeah, well, we've been talking about that. Poochie finishes off just by 1 virus ahead of FFRPro, and FFRPro is now definitely back is against the wall, down to his final game to give at this point.
Tom needs to rattle off 3 in a row here. Look at this combo that Poochie has set up. That's a 4-chain that dumped a whole bunch of garbage in really nasty places. When you get to the level that these players are at, and especially how even things are, even garbage RNG can play a big role in the victor of these matches. Look at this foresight from Tom and where he placed his last couple of pills to be able to maximize his chances at making a combo.
Yeah, this is the kind of move that he needs to make at this point. Nice work so far. Gets a 4 to fall down. 1 falls on top of a yellow that he didn't have anything on so far, so that definitely will help out in the long run. Right now, it looks like FFRPro is well in hand to perhaps take this one, unless Poochie gets a good combo right now to send a lot of junk.
That's a start.
Oh, that falls right on the right place.
He's going to need a couple more combos than that, though. And Tom looks like he might just stack up.
Oh, nice. Got a horizontal to help him out right there, and he claims this one. This set not done yet.
1 down, 2 to go. Both our players opening with a very quick combo.
Yeah, that was an easy combo to come up with based on those virus layouts here. The whole thing about this is you got to adjust your strategy based on, you know, if something goes wrong, you got to be ready for it. You're at the level these guys are at, you're going to see very few misplays, but there will be occasions where these junk pieces will cause you to end up having to go into panic mode.
And even barring that, misdrops will happen. Looks like Tom is trying to set up for a double sideways match, but unfortunately that chain from Poochie is going to put the kibosh on that clear, and Tom is going to need to adjust his game plan. Looks like he is, though. Does get a nice triple, and clears out the way to some of the viruses he has on the side. That was a very nice counterplay on Tom's part.
He right now has got his back against the wall, needs to claim this, to keep this all alive at this point.
He's in good shape to do so. I would think about maybe trying to clear out those top viruses just because they're a little bit harder to get to. Unfortunately for Tom, that garbage that Poochie sent over is going to make these horizontal clears a little more difficult. And that has given the chance for Poochie to clear out this mess and open up a way to perhaps get to these last two viruses. Just needs a couple more yellow pills.
One more, and there it is.
And
Poochie
does
wins.
manage to get there. What an incredible comeback in that last game. What a set. That was a lot of fun to watch.
FFRPro made it look very interesting, but the junk came back, and Poochie is moving on.